Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to clean the house. It is an absolute mess and I wanted to do a new recipe. If you're like me and you're getting excited for fall, this is the perfect go-to cozy recipe. You're going to absolutely love it. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen and I love to share homemaking and motivational videos, and if you like that type of content, please hit the subscribe button. And I obviously love to decorate as well, so if you like things like fall, Halloween, and Christmas decorations, another great reason to subscribe. And if you're returning, it's so great to see you. Okay guys, let's get this house clean. We have been loving these cold, cozy mornings, and the weather has actually gotten a lot cooler here in Northern California for this week. And I know in my last video I did yesterday, I introduced our new puppy. We've been calling him Pepe. I don't know why, it's what my kids keep calling him. So I think we'll probably stick with Pepe, but I have a little bit of time this weekend. I'm going to get back in my comments because I had just a very intense 2 weeks with my birthday, kids going back to school, and my daughter's birthday, and I had a really big week at work and just haven't had the time to actually sit down and be present in my comments. So please know I'll be getting back to that this weekend, which I'm really excited about because I asked you guys what we should name him, and I cannot wait to see what you guys came up with. There were so many really sweet, cute names over on Instagram when I announced that we got a pup. He is about 3 months old, if you guys are curious, and he is just an absolute love. He looks just like Chewy when he was a puppy. I was not expecting them to look so much alike, but he's just the sweetest little guy. I'm not totally sure how big he will end up being. We only know so much about him, but he's very loving and very happy, and it just feels so great again to have a dog back in our life. When I met my husband, we got Chewy, so it is pretty much, this is the first time my kids have ever had a puppy other than when my mom had her puppy, who ended up going to my aunt. So anywho, we're going to get this house clean and Pepe's going to help us. He is always underneath my feet and just so happy and joyful to just be doing whatever mommy's up to. So to get started, I'm going to get all of his little puppy toys put away, and then we are going to get this room tidied up. I also have the Robo-Rock going, so I don't need to vacuum and I don't need to mop anything, but I just want to pick all the little things off the floor and just get this room nice and tidy. I've got my nice sweatpants on because it's a bit cold this morning, and that just feels so cozy. Tell us in the comments, how is the weather where you live? I'm excited because this weekend we're going to do the back to school decorate with me and get everything in order. I usually do a back to school organize with me, and this year, because my kids are older, they decided they wanted to go back to school shopping, do all their own stuff, get their own backpacks kind of dialed in. So I will not be doing any type of back to school organizational videos. Well, a little bit, but not like I've done in the past. So if you are looking for some great videos on some fun ways to do back to school traditions or back to school organization, I will link those two videos down below. I have some great ones here on my channel already. I didn't want to just arbitrarily recreate something that I don't really have time to do, and the kids already wanted to do their own. I've got 2 in junior high school right now. One is and then 2 that are in elementary still, but one is about to go into high school next year. So I wanted to give them as much freedom to do whatever they wanted for their back to school stuff. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to decorate and make the first day of school extra special for them. So we definitely will have that up on my channel on Monday. And then I also have some cute little things I like to give them to surprise them. I'm also bummed that my kids are no longer kind of that age where they like to do bento boxes. I really wanted to do them Instagram, so I ended up giving all of my bento boxes away, freed up a ton of space in the pantry. So I will be doing a big pantry declutter because I think we could put a lot more stuff in there if I just declutter a bunch of the stuff I'm not using. And a lot of those black boxes I could probably take back over to the Victorian if they're willing to take them. So for in the kitchen, I need to just deep clean everything and get the counters cleaned off and get the dishes going. Pepe's still overseeing all the cleaning. He's learning so much about how to keep the house clean. He's also adding a bit to the mess, but that's okay. I'm going to light some candles too because I'm just really looking for a nice fall feel in this room right now. I spent some time over the weekend, last weekend, getting all of the fall decor that I have linked. So if you're interested in that, I'll link it down below. They're kind of from all over the place. I would say probably 5% is from places like Hobby Lobby and Home Goods, so I couldn't obviously find links for those, but most of them are from places like Target and Michael's, Joann, so I have links for that. If you are looking for some fall decor, oh, and Balsam Hill, of course. So this year I did a kind of acorn squirrel vibe in here, and then we're moving into apples for back to school, and then from there we'll be moving into just straight fall with pumpkins. I was thinking of decorating for Halloween a bit early this year. I don't know why I feel like doing a little more Halloween this year, but I do. If you guys want to say hi to little Pepe, you can give this video a thumbs up. He is so sweet and cute and tiny and just such a love. I am just so happy that we finally have him. And I will say Henry, the cat that we found in our shed, is the sweetest little best friend. They sleep together. I post most of all of that over on my Instagram. So if you want to see kind of day-to-day stuff, head over there anytime. It's at Mrs. Lauren Nicholson. And I post them kind of sleeping together, and I put a lot of my back to school and fall links there as well. So if you're looking for that type of stuff, definitely check out my Instagram. So for over here, I just wanted to add these cute little picks or little spoons rather that I got from Hobby Lobby that I got last year that I have never used. So I wanted to put those away. We're going to give Pepe some loveys, and then I need to clean this room. I thought today would be a great day to do a little decorating in here. So we're going to add some fall decor to the bedroom as well. I decided to change my sheets out to these window pane Brook linen sheets that are super cozy. I'm still holding out for those blue and white striped ones, but I probably wouldn't use them this time of year as we're getting into fall. I'm looking at Target. Their Casa Luna line always comes out with really great fall bedding, so I haven't seen it yet. Honestly, I haven't seen any fall decor in my Target. And it is August, which is kind of strange, but I will still be looking for some cozy things. So what I decided to do is just stick with the greens and then add like a little fall blanket on top, which actually turns out really nice. I still have a couple other things I'm going to do in here, but I really wanted to get some cozy fall decor, which is amazing because like right after I did this decorating, it's been really cold here in the morning. So it's been the perfect vibe here. And then when we got Pepe, I ended up getting these little puppy pee pads. I don't know if you guys have seen these. I'll link them down below. They are so cute. They're like little mini rugs, but they're machine washable and waterproof. So if he goes to the bathroom on them, they stay completely clean. And then I just got this little playpen area for him. So if we end up leaving the house for any reason without him, he can just stay in this area. It's been really great. I also got this one on Amazon. I'll link it if you guys are interested. But he likes to hang out in here and play with his toys, and he's just such a love. So once I'm done with that, we're going to get the rest of this room tidied up, and then I want to start decorating for fall. So before I decorate in here, I wanted to go into the bathroom and tidy it up in there. I do have a couple little fall items that I'm going to put in there, but I haven't really done the house yet. So if you are here for the fall decorating, definitely know we'll be doing a much larger fall decorate with me video. But for right now, I just kind of want to start adding some small touches throughout the house just to start to bring in that warmth. It's kind of weird to go from one room that has fall into like my bedroom that's got some florals and just some more lighter summer colors. So we're going to adjust that today. But first, I want to jump into the bathroom. I need to just tidy up the shower, and then I'm going to go ahead and tidy up just over where the vanity is. We're going to get that all cleaned up and add some nice little fall touches. I found this really nice diffuser at Home Goods. It smells so good. I'm going to add that. I realized at the end of cleaning this bathroom that I need a little more fall decor. Tell me in the comments down below, what are some things I could put in here, like maybe a garland or a wreath, or I'm not sure. It just definitely needs something more. I found some nice floral arrangements at Target, I think by the Hearth and Hand brand. I'm not totally sure, but I found this purple one. I thought I'd add it. I have to say I didn't love the vase it came with. It's like a bit of a shade of pink, but I think it looks really nice in here. I like the kind of coarseness to it against those natural woods, which I just think are really pretty. So I'm going to take the garbage out, and then we're going to head into my room and bring in a little fall decor. I thought it'd be nice to use these signs. You guys know I've had these signs for like 5 years. I just love them. So we're going to kind of just tier them on the mantle here, and then I wanted to add some cute little pumpkin. They were actually picks from Hobby Lobby I had a while ago, but I'm going to actually add just the tops of them for the pumpkins, and then these florals, these orange leaves are from, I believe they're maple leaves. They're from Target. I want to say they get these every year, but they're just the perfect shade of orange. I love how cozy and warm this area turns out. I'm just getting very excited for a little bit of rain, some cozy nights, a nice hot tea, get that fireplace on. I just love fall. these trees, I want to say from Balsam Hill a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago. They are super cute. I have two of them, but if you want to check them out, go to Balsam Hill because that's where they have different sizes as well, and they're just so pretty. Add a little pop of orange in here, and then on these chairs, I just thought I'd add some pillows and a throw I've had for a long time. I'm gonna play with little Pepe for a minute, and then I'm gonna take you into the kitchen, and we're gonna make a chicken pot pie with a tater tot topping. I always put potatoes in my chicken pot pie, but I thought I'd try something different after seeing a recipe online, and we're gonna try it today. It turns out so good. So to get started, I'm going to light a nice little fall candle. I got this one. I want to say it's burnt autumn. I'm not sure, but it's at Target right now. Smells so good. I have some frozen peas that I got from Trader Joe's. I love their peas. I just keep them in the freezer. I'm going to let those thaw out while I clean our celery and carrots. What I love about chicken pot pie, you only need one Dutch oven to make this dish, and everything is really easy to prep. For being such an insanely delicious meal, it's actually really easy to cook. So I am going to go ahead and clean our carrots, our celery. We're going to be chopping up some onions. You can also chop up some fresh garlic if you would like. I use garlic most of the time. It just cuts down on a little bit of my time. But the one thing I wanted to say about chopping up vegetables in chicken pot pie is you want to make sure that they all are about the same size. So I like to chop my carrots and my celery into little strips and then just chop them up into little squares. That way when you bite into it, you have an equal ratio of the celery and the carrots and the chicken. I will tell you that I really dumped off my meal planning this summer. I just decided to have more fun with the kids, go with the flow, and had I done a little more meal planning, we wouldn't be sitting here doing this right now. I would have done this on Sunday. So I will most likely go back into meal planning mode now that the kids are going back to school. I'll spend my Sundays prepping everything for all the dishes that we'll be making throughout the school year. I have lots of new recipes I'm working on. I did make one recently that was not good, so I ended up not sharing it on here. But for the most part, hopefully the other ones turn out great. I also have some fun kind of Sunday football dishes that I think would be really, really delicious. I know last year we did a bunch that were really good, but for the most part, I just like cooking mostly in the fall and winter months. During the summer, we barbecue so much more. Here is everything we'll need to make our chicken pot pie. I am going to cook the tater tots before I add them. This is not how the recipe that I looked at did it, but I was afraid they get a little bit too smushy and gooey, so I'm going to actually cook those first. To make the chicken pot pie, go ahead and just grab your Dutch oven. I'm going to chop up about 3 of these chicken breasts into little squares. We're just going to throw those in and cook them off. It takes about 10 minutes, very easy. Once they're done cooking, you can just throw them in a bowl, and then we're going to actually start making the roux and get all of our vegetables added in. Once the chicken is done cooking, I'm just going to add a stick and a half of butter into our Dutch oven. I'm going to throw our onions in. I like to let the onions cook down until they're translucent, and then I add in the garlic. If you're using fresh garlic, you can go ahead and put them all in at the same time. But I get all those mixed up together until the butter's melted and the onions are really fragrant. And then I'm going to add in 3/4 cup of flour. We're going to mix that up until it's nice and thick. I absolutely love this base for chicken pot pie. This is what gives it that really thick, delicious, hearty texture. Some people do it a little bit different, but this is the way I've always done it. The recipe I looked at did it a little bit different as well, but if you want to follow my recipe, I'll put it down below. From there, I'm going to add in 4 cups of chicken stock, and I'm just going to let that come to a nice simmer. From there, you can add in a 1/2 cup of either heavy whipping cream or 1/2 and 1/2. I used 1/2 and 1/2, and just stir it until it's nice and thick. This is exactly the consistency you want. And then we'll add in our chicken. We're going to add in the corn and the celery and our peas. Mix that all up, and voila, that's all you need to make the filling for your chicken pot pie. From there, I'm going to transfer this to a cast iron skillet that I sprayed a little olive oil in. I secretly added a little bit of cheddar cheese to this. I just don't think I filmed it, or maybe I edited it out, but I did add a little cheddar cheese to this just to make it extra delicious. So I'm going to fill this up 3/4 of the way, and then I'm going to start arranging all of the crispy tater tots on top. I cooked them about 80% of the way, so they'll get nice and golden once they go into the oven. I just started by trying to make little circles, and then I'll go ahead and fill it back in so that they all kind of turn out the same, and then we'll add a rim around the outside. This turns out super cute, and I cannot tell you guys, it is even more delicious. Our entire family absolutely loved and devoured this dish. I made a couple extras that I threw in the freezer because we're going back to school. I was like, oh, it'll be so nice to have some ready-made meals in there. So I will be making a couple of these and putting them in the freezer. Once you get all your tater tots on top, go ahead and bake this for about 20 minutes at 350. Now that our chicken pot pie is done, I'm gonna bring it out and let that cool for a little bit while I open up my new box of Naked Wines. I love Naked Wines. I've shared them on my channel. They're actually local to where I live. If you're new here, I live in Napa Valley, and I also happen to work in the wine industry. I love food and wine pairings. That's what we do at work. That's kind of my favorite part of this industry, is not only having great wines, sharing them with friends over food. And with Naked Wines, I get 6 bottles sent to my house every single month. I did a little quiz online. It told me the exact type of wines I like. These were so good. They sent me a champagne this month, which was kind of fun. I usually don't order things like that, so that was kind of a really fun surprise. And I do love a Blanc de Blanc because it's much drier. It's not like a Prosecco that's sweet. And then they did a couple other white wines. This Pinot Gris is so good. And then I loved, they sent a Cabernet by Matt Parrish. This was so delicious that it had notes of like vanilla and chestnut. Oh my gosh, it was so perfect with this meal. If you guys want to check them out, I will link it down below. They are offering us $100 off your first 6-pack of Naked Wines. That's only $7 per bottle, you guys. That's such a great price. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down below. So anywho, now that we're done getting a nice, delicious red wine in our glass, I am going to go ahead and grab our little chicken pot pies, and we're going to get dinner on the table. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to check out any of the links from the house, they are down below. I try to do a much better job. I know I've been a little bit sloppy with them in the past, but I'm doing my best. This recipe will be linked as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye.